Today I'm going to take you on a tour of a house that's in rough shape. So bad, in fact, it fails the formula that I use for a profitable fix and flip deal. I'm going to take you on a tour of this property. It's got some good things, and I'm going to show you all the bad. I'm going to go over at the end of the video the one reason I would take all the bad, no problem, but the one reason that this property is not going to work out is a fix and flip. I'm also going to go over the strategy that I am going to use to make this a profitable deal. Thank you for checking out the video today. If you would, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below to let me know what you think about the house. Let's go on the tour. So here's the house in all its glory. On the left side there, you can see that was a garage conversion from what I can gather looking at it. That's a wood T111 siding. So what I'm looking at when I'm doing a walk around on a house is, the construction materials, any obvious damage, any obvious things that are sticking out to me. They're on the ground. I can't really see it, but looks like a receipt. That was a notice from the city wanting the house, boarded up. Basically, it was in violation. So we got some issues there, but the lot itself, this is a shot of the neighborhood, older neighborhood. I think this house was built in 1941. Same with the rest of the neighborhood, but you can see big, nice trees. You can see cinder block construction there, which is always, in my experience, been a pretty solid construction. There's obviously access for raccoons or critters, or, looks like maybe possible termite damage. I didn't see any crawling around, but that doesn't mean they're not there. So here's the beauty inside. You can see it looks like maybe people have been living in there, coming in, using it for some sort of shelter. I really don't know, but there's a couple mattresses really tore up. That roof looks like it fell in, or maybe a raccoon or something got in there and made his way into the house. So the only improvements that I ended up doing to this house is getting all this trash out of there. I think I paid $500 more or less to get somebody to come in there, haul off, all the, like that refrigerator, the stove, these couches and mattresses, just the loose trash and, whatever was left behind. Got that moved out. And basically you can see everything would have to be redone. Plumbing, air conditioned, sheetrock. I mean, some of it was okay, could probably be cleaned and painted, but I know once I got in there, I would just start, ripping everything out. And to get everything ripped out, as far as the sheetrock, doors, flooring, everything down to the studs, basically, I got a quote on that for $3,500, not including dump fees. And so I did get some quotes and things on some of the major repairs, like the roof, the inside, as far as getting the sheetrock put back up, taken down. And, when I looked at the numbers, it was just too slim to do a fix and flip. It wasn't the neighborhood necessarily that would support that. So this is what I'm looking at when I go through here. All this would have to be redone. The electrician really didn't want to mess with it. He was going to give me a quote and never got back to me, which basically just means I don't really want to do it, so the air conditioning that you saw in that closet earlier was in bad shape. You'll see in a minute all the ductwork on the roof is exposed and it's in bad shape as well. So the windows, the doors, it's just a project that requires more than I want to put into it. I think somebody could easily make this a success, as a rental. I got a quote from a real estate agent that I work with, and he said this is probably a $1,200 a month rental, depending on the finish outs, possibly more. And that's a good, little rental income for this neighborhood, for this house. But more than I wanted to do, I don't jump at the opportunity and with joy and excitement to be a landlord in any instance. It's just not really what floats my boat, so my method is really just buy low, sell high, get out, buy some more, and keep going from there. So with the repairs that this house needed, upgrades that this house needed, I decided to go a different route than a fix and flip. and I knew that the lot was worth more than what I paid for it. So that's kind of my formula to make sure that I get in and get out of the house in a profitable manner, is valuing the land. I know what it would cost to knock this house down, more or less. So no matter what, I would be fine with just the land value of this particular house. And I cleaned it out just because there's a lot of trash in there, and I didn't want somebody coming back in there. Or it shows also that if people have, I never ran into anybody inside the house, but if anybody was coming in and out at any particular time, they would now see that, somebody did something with it, and maybe they should move on to a different one. And so now here we are on the roof. Took you to new heights, new levels. Here we are. That's the ductwork running along the exterior of the roof. Since this is a flat roof house, they don't have there's no attic space. So what they'll do is run, square duct board. They've built that ductwork and put it on top of the roof. You'll see that more in commercial construction in my area, but that's what they did here. And then that white paint on top of the roof is like an elastomeric paint. So it's a flat roof with elastomeric paint and a lot of leaves. You can see that big tree branch. That pipe right there tells me that this house has cast iron pipes, which if you're familiar with cast iron pipes, they can be problematic. Especially this is a 1941 house. So another reason why I wasn't too eager to jump into, doing something with it. So that's what I'm looking at there. So these are all the things I looked at before jumping into this project. And, I was able to get enough information that I probably didn't want to get into this project as far as a fix and flip with my time. Okay, so you've seen the house. You took the tour with me. Let me know in the comments what you think about the house. Fix and flip strategy is not going to work on this house for me. And the number one reason why it doesn't work as far as my formula in this house is the numbers just don't add up. The profit's just not there. When I take into account the time that it will take to fix up this house, flip it, sell it, get it through escrow, closing, all that, and finally get paid, the amount of time and the amount of money that I'll have to put in and possibly make, it's all too slim for me to want to do the deal. And my strategy is more buy them, sell them, quick, in and out, quick, in and out, quick. So this house doesn't work for me. I don't want to spend 3 or 4 months fixing it up and then let it sit on the market for 30 days and then, get it through escrow and closing and all that. The strategy I am going to use is a wholesale strategy. Basically, take a house like the one that you just saw where it needs to be fixed up, it needs a remodel, it needs somebody to come in there and fix it up. This house would be a great rental from the neighborhood, from everything that they could do. Somebody could fix and flip it too as well if they wanted to go that route. That's not really my strategy. I bought it from an auction knowing that lot that the house sits on is worth what I need to get out of it. I bought that house for $28,000 at an auction. Those lots go for $40,000, $50,000 a piece. I've already got with a realtor. We've got a price on this one for $55,000. Before it even hit the market, we had an offer where I'd owner finance it for 6 months. I think where they're going to do the remodel in that 6 months and get out of it. I'm fine with that strategy. I'll do a 6-month owner finance. The down payment will get me back what I paid for the house, and then we'll go from there. So that's the strategy that I'm going to use on this. When I bought the house, I know it's in bad shape already. I know the lot itself is worth more than I've got into. It'll be a profitable deal. So I don't want to go ahead and dump more money into this house and then come out with slim margins and a lot of time wasted. I need to get my money back out. And with the owner finance deal, they're going to give me my down payment, or in the down payment, they'll give me basically what I have left in that house. And I'll get a good return on the investment, and my time will be better spent elsewhere. So let me know in the comments what you thought about the house, what you think about the strategy, what you think about fix and flip, rental, and the wholesale strategy. And I appreciate you checking out the channel. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. Check out some of the other videos. Appreciate you watching it. See you on the next one.